All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. This is going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. Don't need to make it too long. Just had an interaction with an Israelite foreigner, from Guyana. Because he looked like the other nation, but when you hear the man's story, it's like, yeah, he's a Jake. he got the nigga problems, and crying about the same things that all Jake are crying about. And what I mean by Jake, it's talking about you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And one thing that everybody coming to realization, despite if you speak English, you don't speak English, then you may look like you're East Indian, or you may look like you're quote unquote white. These curses are real. All right, not only these curses are real, you are being put into situations where you may think it's just not normal, but that's just the way it is. So to make breaking down with this man, he was basically telling me of how he just came to New York. First of all, he said about his wife and how she got to an accident, and then I let him speak. I thought it was a regular car accident, but it was a terrible accident. And pretty much the Lord looked out for his family, because he said, I don't know how technically she survived. Like, and I had to, I had to sound like the people in the world, like, nah, because of God. God looked out for her, because the way he said that this situation happened, it was a terrible situation, a real terrible situation where. Yeah, his wife could have been in the spiritual realm right now when that thing happened. So it started. It started like that, and it was like, I'm like, nah, you could sue the people for what happened to your wife. And he's like, he didn't know about it till later, and then this is what happened. He explained what happened was his sister, right? His beloved sister that he loved so much went to his wife, so that'd be his sister-in-law, and tell the sister-in-law, just tell them we're gonna go to the office, we're gonna go sue these people, but just don't just tell them that you don't have a husband. And he was like, his wife heard that, and she's like, what? Nah, I ain't doing this. So this is what put his wife and him in a predicament where she's banged up. She's still recovering from this particular accident, and so she's recovering from this particular accident. She's not really getting the help that she needs from the government, because they're not from here. So and then it opened a whole can of worms. And pretty much in a nutshell, like every other person that comes to America, when you see America in the big screen, or you hear when they hear from their family members how it is over here, people want to flock to this place. They want to run. They want to run to America. They want to run because they believe they have an opportunity of making money or a better life for their children. To be genuine, honestly, because I'm a first generation Levi from my tribe, from my peoples, and that's how my grandparents used to think. Opportunity for my parents. So my parents, when they came here, they were already grown. And when they had me here, they're like, that's why the other tribes, when they come over here, they stress out education, because they couldn't get that education back at home. But what ends up happening is, especially in New York, Well, I say especially New York, because New York has like a different type of tone to it. This place would eat you up. You being people that you knew back at home would not be, they would be unrecognizable. And that's what he was talking about. He was like, yeah, he's like, you know, I love my family, but they were unrecognizable. They were vicious. He said every time he tried to achieve something, there was somebody, it could be the slightest thing, and then they would try to stop him. And I'm sitting there listening to him, and I'm like, I agree 1,000%, because we live this shit, you know? You live this life. You did the niggerish attitude. You come from another country, you think this shit is sweet. I'm with my peoples, you know, they're gonna take care of me. But when you come to the conversation and when you're trying to do stuff and they don't want to support you, they hate on you and all this other shit, and they're not familiar with this. So this completely changes how a person is and how a person thinks. This is all part of the spell that is America. All right? That is America. I'm going to go to one of my favorite scriptures. Revelations 5:17, and I believe it's 5. No, not 5. 6. It says, and I saw the woman, which that woman in Revelation is not talking about a one woman. It's talking about Babylon. Babylon the Great, which is America. All right? Now, you're not going to find that America is written in the scriptures because there's a code. That's why the verse above says, we said, and upon her forehead was a name written, mystery. So it was a mystery. You had many other empires that came after this letter was written. And you had many other places that they believe at their particular time that this is Babylon. Oh, it's just talking, oh, that's the spirit. Talking to one of the bishops, and we was talking about, I seen it in a documentary, and how in this documentary, I forgot the name of the documentary, you could find it in Rumble. Pretty much it was telling us before Hitler came into power, how Berlin was the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. All right? And the whole entire transformation, people being transformed, that came from that area. And it was a particular group of people that was funding it, and they were responsible for it. So when he came into power, he literally cleaned it up. That's why these particular people are always, all the filth in the society, they're responsible for. So it was a mystery. What is this place? Where is this place that the scriptures is talking about? It says, mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So that's a mouthful, but that's America. All right. Now let me look at the word mystery, which is self-explanatory. It says a hidden thing, secret, mystery. Oh, it's Mysteria. Generally, mysteries, religious secrets, confidant, and all to the attendant, and not to the ordinary mortals. So it was not made to be open. That's why when you open the scriptures, you're not gonna see America. Okay, when America itself, the code name from the true name for America, which means bitter, the bitter land. Bitter to who? Bitter to Israelites. All right, because at the end of it, this is what it's all about. It's all about blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We have a common history. We have a common thing. We have a common foe. All right. So, let me read on. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. Now, who are what the saints are? The Hebrew Israelites. All right, not the ones that call themselves Hebrews. Those that were carted here into slave ships. Those that were indigenous to this side of the land, that got slaughtered. We are the biblical Israelites. We are the saints of the Most High. Saints means holy, separate. All right. It was made different. That's why when it comes to us, curses hit us in such a fashion they don't hit nobody else. All right, because Deuteronomy 28th chapter, those applies to us. And it says, with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. So not only is the foundation of America was established by the blood of the Lord's chosen people, that even to this day, to this moment, to the ones that, to the believers of Yahushua, in this God-forsaken place, they're gonna execute, they're gonna kill, they're gonna, you know, a lot of brothers and sisters gonna be, you know, go out in a violent manner, because one, the most important thing, the true believers, the elect, is not going to take the mark of the beast. So the options could be quite simple: die or take the mark of the beast. And the true believers of Yahushua is not going to take the mark of the beast, so they're going to become martyrs. All right, martyrs also means eyewitness. But here's the point: and I saw her and wondered with great admiration. So when you go into that word admiration, so John is seeing this, not that right there, admiration. John is seeing this vision of this woman and knowing what she's going to be capable of, but still be admired of her. Knowing what she's going to do to his people, but something about her is going to attract him to this place. It says a wonderful thing, a marvel. So he marveled. All right, he wondered, like, wow. He was at awe. He was like, he felt a certain thing, because that's what America was established when Satan created this place under the guise of Yahushua. He created it in a way that it was comely to the eyes. All right, it was so comely to the eyes that even a man of the Lord can get caught up in there. So this is what happened to the majority of the people of the earth. They are attracted to this place. Okay, something about this place. It calls to you. So what happens when people come into this place? Their whole demeanor changes. Is a transformation. They transform, and what truly happens to a lot of our people, to people in general. You may grow up a certain way back at home, where you care, you have a caring heart. You know, everybody around you cares. Like a lot of people from the islands, they come from small islands, and they're like a little community, and you know, they care for one another, and they open the door, they'll feed the strangers, you know. But as soon as you come over here, day one, you taught a horrible lesson, that this is not what the place that you think it is. This is a complete opposite. And it takes time for people to transform into this place. Simultaneously, I gotta say it like that, you got people that this was made for them. All right, this was truly made for them. Meaning they were slated to come over here. I forgot what particular scripture. I believe it's Ezekiel 24. I haven't read it in a while. Yep. Spirit. It says Ezekiel 24. I'll start at 4. It says, gather the pieces thereof into it. So this is the Lord telling Ezekiel to get this cauldron, pour water into it. Right? So he's given a metaphoric view how wicked Israel is, but you can apply this to America. And it says, even the good pieces, the thigh and the shoulder, fill it with the choice bones. Take the choice of the flock and burn also the bones under it. Make it boil well, and let them sither the bones of it therein. Wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe to the bloody city. So what is that bloody city? He's talking about America. Like I said, the Lord was literally talking about Israel. But wherever Israel goes, it applies to this world. How was America established? America was established by blood. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. So America was established by blood. Blood of whom? Blood of the natives. The natives so happens to be Israelites. Okay? This is why America's condemned. This is a condemned land that we've been in. Because it tells you, Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So the ones, he was even talking about Esau, all right, and how he was talking about how Esau divided pretty much everywhere, from Haiti to Guyana, talking about India, you know, and is a well secret, not a well is a well-known secret, which is not a secret, that Esau is the great divider. Esau is a great separator, right? He brings in the hatred, that he brings out the worst of people. So this diabolical being is responsible for all the wrong that is done on the earth, and he established this land with the blood of the saints of the Most High. So this land in itself is a curse, all right? Because you touch one of these people, they will punish you to the extent of their law, all right? So this is a cursed land. So this is that bloody city. Another scripture came in mind, but I'm just going to keep going. Back at Ezekiel 24:6, I believe. 5. It says, wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe to the bloody city. So America is that bloody city. To the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out. So here it is. Trump, I forgot he had a meeting with a whole bunch of cabinet members. I gotta do a show on that, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. And all the cabinet members that was in there, they had a pastor that actually prayed. You know, so here it is. He's trying to show that America is a Christian land, but the scum is never clean. Now let's go look up the word scum. Rust, scum. All right, properly disease henceforth. Hence, rust, scum. Which is, what is the disease? It's something that's not at ease, right? So you don't cure the land by shedding the blood of the people that shed the blood, and you just built upon that blood, and that's what America is. So everybody that comes over here, you become attracted to this madness. All right, opportunity, the bloodshedding. Okay, so people come here to be either judged or delivered. That's it. That's it. You know, nothing. There's no in between. Either you be judged or be delivered. That's why the Lord is propping up all these people, all these nationality are coming to this one particular land, thinking that they're coming here because of an opportunity. The opportunity that's being shown to them, that you're going to be judged or be delivered. It's the way how you treat people, how you treat others. All right. And it says, and the scum is not going out of it. Okay, so no matter what they do, this land can never show any sort of greatness or repentance, because they don't believe that they did wrong. So there's a heavy curse upon this land. And it says, bring it out piece by piece, and let Lot fall upon it, for her blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of the rock. So that proves that this is talking about America. Why? Because it's the top of the rock. Top of a rock as a mountain, meaning is a exalted. This is exalted land. She's poured it out. She's poured it not upon the ground to cover it with the dust. Prove that when blood is shed, you have to cover it with the dust. So they don't even cover the fact of what they did. Matter of fact, they do cover it. They pretend like they never existed. So yeah, every vile creature under the heavens, meaning these other nations, and the cutthroats of amongst the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, which technically that comes over here, it's just the wicked of the Israelites. 2/3 are here, but it's just the wicked of the Israelites are here to be judged. Okay, this is why it says this. Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So the wine of America, the philosophies, one of the main philosophies is feminism. A woman divorcing her husband. When the man sat there and said that his own sister, and that's a trait of the Babylonian women. So his sister's been here, he said, I think over 30 years or something like that. So she's well equipped, well known the Babylonian customs. This is why what's between a man and a woman is supposed to be between a man and a woman. All right, anybody that comes interfering is wicked. So here it is. You would think that the woman, that the man's sister would have been for her brother side. Nope, she's going to the woman, to his wife, supposed outsider, tell him that you have no husband, so that way you can get the lawsuit, and then you could get rich off of it, and you could break, like that's just pure wicked, man. But that's part of feminism, putting women first, not about the family. And the woman clicked. She said, nope, you're not gonna, she had to fortify it where she came from. Sorry, now this whole fucking America is better off if you get married, to keep your wife back at home. She's in another nation, because they would be corrupted. That's part of that wine. That wine is corruption. Okay, it has the whole world drunken, thinking that they're right, but they're wrong. That's why the nations are mad, because America has the greatest divorce rate in the world. After America is Europe. All right, a woman gets married to a man, and just because they're going to a rough patch, first of all, they only understand they're going to a rough patch because what's being told by them, by the media and movies and their neighbors that are corrupted, that don't want to see a man and his wife to be established. He also is saying when he just got a driver's license, his family was upset. They didn't want to talk to him because they see progress, and they didn't want that. That's the Babylon. That's the fucking mindset of a nigga. But that's the crab in a barrel mindset, which is highly promoted here in America. All right, that is one fucking trait that can never dissipate, never go. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and it destroyed. Yeah, the same way that that attracted the grandparents or the great grandparents for coming over here is not the same attraction. there's a difference between, like I was telling the man, my grandparents' generation, they came in and everybody, they came in together. They established their household. They established quote unquote community. Everybody stuck together until the people that is not coming in, because the people that's not coming in, you dealing with the modern day modification of the Babylonians, and they're fucking evil. All right, pure evil. So Babylon has been falling for a long period of time, but now it's really falling. It's really falling. That's why Trump is in position, trying to change the government and so forth, and making shit worse than it, because it's falling. The world sees it. It's clear. That's why bring America back again. So if America is so great now, why you gotta bring it back again? Shouldn't we just move on, move forward? Because it's not good. All right. It says and destroyed. So it hasn't become physically destroyed yet, but it's going to be destroyed. It says howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. So the balm is what? Medication, bandage, putting certain band-aids to stop the leak. It can never, things in America can never be healed, because America, there's the very foundation of it is rot to the core, and that rot to the core is what they try to erase from memory, is what they've done to the Lord's chosen people. To this very moment, they are fully attack mode towards the Lord's people. So it can never be healed. All right, we will have healed Babylon, yeah, because you know what proves that? Everybody's in this rainbow coalition. Oh, we all could get along type shit. But how are you going to get along when the root of it all is not fixed? You know, I was watching the movie Beat Street came up. Great movie, old school hip hop. You know, rap when it's called rap. And you had the Puerto Ricans and the blacks were coming along. But every time you watch those old movies, they will always show you, like, okay, it was not just the Puerto Ricans and the blacks and the Dominican, you know, the tribes. It was also white people, you know. So if you look at the old movies in the 80s and so forth, like the gangs, you see white people in the gangs with the blacks, right? Quote unquote black people, like they was always together, which they wasn't. All right, they wasn't together like that. And if they were together, most likely they were Israelite foreigners. All right, that was establishing the hoods and the ghettos, so forth. So that whole scenario is a goddamn lie. So there's no healing for this place. The root cause of this curse that's in America can never be erased. This land was built and funded by the bloodshed of the Lord's chosen people. So it can never be healed. But she is not healed. So no matter what they throw, how much money they throw into it, how many programs they put into it, all right, the more they add to it, the more they separate. That's why Judah and Ephraim, back then in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, and so forth, they were always together. But Esau gets involved, and they become, you know, they together, but they more separate, because Esau is responsible for all this shit. So America can never be healed. It says forsake her. That's why a lot of these nations are like, you know what? This is what I thought it would be. I'm leaving. All right. Let us go, everyone, unto his own country. You know what's funny? They'll show you movies like what's that movie called? With Leo, New York, Gangs of New York, and they'll show you like with 5 Point in Manhattan, and how the Irish, the Americans, so-called Jews, and everybody was at war with each other and all this shit. And it'll show you like people pretty much stick to their own, and once you stick to your own, you be better off. But when you stick to your own, you get terrorized by your own people. So everybody is gonna get back to the point of just going back to their own people, showing that this whole rainbow coalition shit is not working out, because eventually everybody's gonna go back to his own kind. Because they tried to the integration, and the integration is not working. And American history, where quote unquote blacks, African Americans, whatever they call them today, what try to Judites, when they really was at their peak, at their best in America, is when they was segregated. When they was segregated, they accomplished greatness amongst themselves. But Esau could not stand it, so he took down those walls. So now everybody believes that they have to integrate, but it's not working out. No matter what you do, it's not working out. So everybody's going to eventually go back to their own. For her judgment have reached unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. So the wickedness of America has established a stain so much that the Lord is going to judge this place. This is why Jake has this crab to the barrel mentality. Because first of all, they don't acknowledge their power. They don't know who their power is. They just go with whatever Esau does, and they wicked as all hell. Okay? But America is responsible for all the drive of people just being wicked. Alright? Psalm 64. Matter of fact, let me end it off on this. Psalm 64. It's 5. It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. This is the elites. So when they established, remember, we always gotta remember, 1776, May 1st, 1776, the Illuminati was established. The New World was supposed to be the headquarters. This is a great experiment. All right, we are living in living proof of a experiment that went wrong. And in this experiment, was under the guise of the umbrella, is what? All nations coming together as one. All nations coming together as one under the guise of whatever they want. Ultimately, their new world order. This shit has not worked out, period. It says the community of laying snares privately, which are traps. They say, who shall see them? That's why they have government assistance programs where women get more money to live by herself, to raise her child, and kick the man out the situation. That's their doing. Broken things in America are established, with things that are fixed, that have confidence in itself, is not. Why? Because that's how the devil works. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. That's why when you come to America, you can find the most vile shit that these other nations will do in their country, and they couldn't do it in their country, but they could do it over here. How many neighborhoods in well, I could speak for New York, Botanica, which are these witch havens that are around, damn near every fucking where. Different gods, different things that's just openly, where some countries that shit won't fly. All right. So they search out iniquities. They know how to set the environment to be toxic. So everybody have this doggy dog mentality to eat each other up. Crab in a barrel. You know, it's about entrepreneurship. It's not about the extended family. It's about the immediate family. Even the immediate family is ruthless and cutthroat. You know, so it says they accomplish a diligent search. So they also set sin to be a popular thing. That's why adultery is pushed. That's why idolatry, worshiping different gods, is pushed heavily. All right. All the things that the Lord said not to do is being pushed. It says both the inward thoughts of every one of them and their heart is deep, which means their mind is deep. So these are the traps that's set up. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. That arrow is talking about those ICBM nuclear missiles. And it says suddenly. Suddenly means quick, a quick reaction. So this whole thing that's happening now, where everybody come in here and so forth, the quick reaction of all this wickedness that's being upheld is those ICBM nuclear missiles. America's only been around. The United States of America has only been around going on next year about 250 years. That's short. So when it says suddenly, unexpectedly, then this is going to happen, then we know why. Because it's not even a full day in the sight of the Lord. All right? America had even peaked, but is already set up to be destroyed. So with that being said, it was something through the Spirit. Shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.